देखो गुजारिश है शेख इफरार साहब ना उसना तो फिर तो फायदा ही नहीं ना गल की खत्म करना जो भी वट एवर
पर मसला उसरान वो है कि
कादरी साहब
जी बिल्कुल मैं मैसेज किया
उन्हें तो 7 बजे तक होना चाहिए
हाँ जी
he's just told me 10 minutes just told me
चेक करो सुना तुसी बुलाया मैंने तो
नहीं दस उस हुन मैसेज का 10 मिनट
जी
10 minutes he said 10 minutes so if we can just give him the
लेकिन ये तो चाहिए दस ना सब अरेंज किया तो टाइम पे आना
मैं उनको नाल से लेके आ सकता मैं उधर आ रहा
Did he request you for this meeting?
no
You done it yourself?
I did it myself yeah
So you don't know the background of what was discussed 2 years ago in the same room?
no I don't but I do know briefly Choudhury Sahab has mentioned the outline I don't know exactly what happened here basically the reason why before he comes I'll just give an outline the reason why I felt this was needed was because there is a big division created amongst Ahl Sunnah and I think that this is getting really messy and you know the mess is going to be so bad that it's going to be difficult to clean up in time to come you know obviously with Saqib Shami Sahab leading this I felt that this was a great opportunity for all parties to come together and maybe get a solution to this. And I know it's been going on for a while, yeah? But I feel strongly that no opportunity should be lost. And this is an opportunity, maybe we can come to some sort of conclusion, whatever the ulama decide, you know, alhamdulillah.
पूरी तफसील शेख असरार साहब मोटी गल दसी सी भई इन्हें जो मैं कॉल की ना इन्हें आख्या अहले सुन्नत ना बड़ा नुकसान हो रहा तो मैं आख्या भाई तुसां की शायद इस इशू जो 5-6 दिन पहले ये मैं क्या 2 साल पहले मकसद है कि जिस जज्बे ना तुसां शुरू किया असा कीता सी पर उसकी तफसील वो अच्छा तो फिर बासा तो मैं इन्हें दसिया भी इतना ईजी नहीं जिस तरह तुसां बाने हो तो ये तुसां अगर मीटिंग अरेंज करनी है तो तुसां इन्हें पूछा कि मैं फला लोग उस वक्त ऑन बोर्ड सन किहड़े लोगों ने सपोर्ट किया कितनी हेल्प की फिर मैं आखा कि तुम साकिब शामी साहब नाल गल करो और सारे नाल इमाम इजाज नाल मदीने शरीफ से फिर मैं शेख इसरार सारे लोग मैं हारिस साहब अकदस साहब बैकग्राउंड थोड़ी सी तफसील फिर मैं मीटिंग में दसने क्या कुछ होया और क्या उसना मामलात रहे और सारी जो दसी है कि मैं इतना आसान तुसां जेड़ा प्रेशर पाई रही हो तुहाडे जज्बा इस तुहाडी इंटेंशन कोई शक नहीं लेकिन जिस 2 साल असा सफ़र किया वो असा की पता उसकी तफसील में
caused इख्तिलाफ between us meaning me and Choudhury Sahab used to get on but because of this issue initially he done what you're doing now yeah you know they are giving
मेरा कोई इख्तिलाफ सोहेल कादरी साहब ना शेख इफरार ना
you all Khazar Asim with no issue between us
कोई जाती
but let's say now
अब तो आपकी पूरी जाने हो
me and you
गल ही नहीं हुई ना यार हमारी गल तोड़े
everyone from the video
उसके बाद ही गल
तोड़े ना गल हमारी पूरी गल भाव ना पूरी गल एक बंदा बात नहीं कर
1 minute
उसने बड़ा रास्ते को नहीं किया
because of
तोड़े तुसां हमारी को गल नहीं हुई
Sheikh Sahab
the issues were so blatant after those 2 years after that one family approached me that they've got a rape case on Asim yeah that's gone to the police according to their allegation
of a minor not
according to their allegation the girl was 11 at the time yes he stayed in their house listen you didn't know that did you additional things that came out there was a girl in Birmingham he slept with and she became pregnant and he made her do an abortion yes she had to do an abortion that girl now on Monday was threatened on Monday this Monday gone because she was one of the girls who rang Romana as well and contacted her but then she backed off why did she back off because certain people contacted her so even when you rang Romana as well
I didn't ring her
messaged her
I messaged her
yeah that could be misconstrued I'm saying you know people can misconstrue anything in this scenario you understand the way it would be relayed that these people are contacting us on behalf of Asim when we would know the case that you're doing it in a different way so if Choudhury Sahab for instance did that it would be seen as you're working with the guy you understand as if you know all this that's how it's being construed So you have to be very careful in this issue. There's a criminal activities that have gone on, and if they're not criminal, they're definitely ghair shari. But the ghair shari is not just flirting with a girl. It doesn't come down to flirting with a girl or even sleeping, just zina. Last time we discussed this. If it was a personal sin, it's a different scenario. You know, if I wanted to do that, go to a prostitute and you catch me, say Shaykh Asrar was sleeping with a prostitute, I'm not using my deen to sleep with that woman, am I? I'm paying her money and doing that sin. You cover that sin. But if I am using my position as an imam and the women are only attracted to me because of my position, and then I'm exploiting those women, but then it doesn't go into that, it goes into rape allegation, it goes into abortion, it goes into multiple case scenarios, and now finally with the woman leaving Islam. Whether these cases have happened before 2 years or after, because some people are saying if it's happened before 2 years, he's done tawbah. Some of the cases are before 2 years, but we were unaware of these before. Pir Sahib didn't know. I was totally unaware. I became aware of this after. This is why I've not been
after the tawbah.
Yes, after
he's done several tawbah. The first time when I got status about him, he done a tawbah. 6 months later, I got a video on the phone if you want to show you. Yeah, he's been doing the dance with girls again. So how many times you wanted someone to do tawbah? There's only one submission.
So the second video you've mentioned now.
There's another video now as well.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, but someone I know.
After?
Yeah, last year, after our meeting, and in September time, there was another woman. He done the same thing. Sent her snapshots and requested snapshots from her. And that woman then rang Qari Bilal in Oldham and rang Akhtas. Akhtas then rang Chaudhry Saab in November.
4th December.
December, see.
4th December.
And 4th December time, yeah. And after 4th December, now that's recent. Now this video's come out. There's no other option. This is why I'm going to leave before 9. There's no other option except Imam Asim now. He can do tawbah 100 times. There's no option except him retiring as an imam. Yes, he has to retire as an imam. He can't do speeches. He can't pose himself as a scholar and alim because he's totally unqualified to do so. We would say this about someone who's less qualified. You understand? It's gone so far now that it's beyond sinning, personal sin. If it was just him drinking Carlsberg at home or on the road and he was caught drunk, it's his personal sin. If he had a girlfriend, it's a personal sin. This is not about having a girlfriend. This is about sexual predatory going on. You know, sexual predatory. We've got a Jimmy Saville on our hands, and if we don't tame him now, you know, if we let him go roaming around now, in 10 to 15 years, or even beyond that, you'll have multiple dozens of cases of these type of things going on. And otherwise we're like the BBC now. You know, when they kept silent on him in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s, up to his death, posthumously they released everything. So if you don't take strong action now, everyone will be implicated.
लेकिन तुसा तो बगैर शेख साहब याद रखो थोड़ा जिहा जिथे तुसा जाना प्लीज गुजारिश है कि इंतहाई अहम मीटिंग है तुसा उसकी थोड़ा जिहा जिथे जाना उसकी थोड़ा पेंडिंग करो कोई भी तुसा इंफॉर्मेशन के तौर पर गल करो वो बंदा अच्छा है फिर असा सारे डिस्कस करने आ फिर कंसेंसस दे नाल जो पीर साहब ते तुसा फैसला कर सो से कबूल है लेकिन तुसा गुजारिश है कि तुसा मौजूद होना जिथे जाना ना उसकी डिले करो इंतहाई
I think it's probably less than 5 minutes.
ते है कि देखो फैसला तुसा पीर साहब दी सदारत है दो बंदे सवाले तुसा जो कंसेंसस दा फैसला कर सो वो अच्छा है उसको गैर मौजूदगी च कोई गल करने भी मुनासिब नहीं ठीक है जो उसी असा मकसद है कि जेड़ा पहले तो गल में तुसा तफसील जो कुछ होया सुहेल कादरी साहब की पूरी तफसीलात ही नहीं पता ना इन्हें कि मैं थोड़ी जी गल्लां पाइयां कि मकसद जो फोन पर कन्वर्सेशन हुई जो ना माने रबता किया मैं आखा भी इतना ईजली नहीं जिस तुसा जज्बे नाल तुसा ना जज्बे च सदाकत कोई कमी नहीं लेकिन असा 2 साल जेड़ा सफर करने दा साडे को पूछो ना
दुआ है तुसा नोथ में जेड़े उलमा वगैरह ने उन्हें सारी पता होगा हर बंदे ही पता होगा जेड़ी डिसिप्लिन उसी रखो अगर खत्म है तो खत्म है ये नहीं कि फिर और बंदे
देखो जो ना रोज रोज का मीटिंग रोज रोज ना साडे को टाइम है ना सिर खपाई ना असा को अपनी बेइज्जती करानी
डिसाइडेड है मतलब ये
ना पीर साहब देखो जेड़ा कोई फैसला उसी ना उसी कंसेंसस नाल जो मकसद है कि सारियां पार्टियां जिस पर इत्तफाक करसन वो भी इत्तफाक करसन उसना जिस तरह ना ऐलान करना व्हाटएवर वो गिल्टी है नहीं है, बेगुनाह है, गुनहगार है, वट एवर जो है, उसकी रोज रोज रौले तो बड़ी बेइज्जती होनी है। मकसद है असा कि बच्चे बच्चे बंदे मकसद जवाब तलबी करन, लोगों से गाली कटन।
पहले तो it was a different issue. He repented last time. He made tawbah. Now what he's saying about rape cases, these are like
There's an absolute shock to me, to be honest. I'm absolutely.
ना वो जी अकदस साहब की गल करने, अकदस साहब पीर साहब तुसें मैंने दस्या अकदस साहब ने की कॉल की थी, स्क्रीनशॉट मारे कोल मौजूद है। मैं उन्हें की दस्या कि तुसा मैं आख्या अकदस साहब की तुसा गल करी दसो, मैं क्या नहीं तुसा, मैं क्या इमाम ना नंबर है डायरेक्ट गल करो। अकदस साहब ने मैं गल की है टेलीफोन पर लाइव अपना व्हाट्सएप पर तुसा की तफसील दसन कि क्या इमाम नाल उन्होंने क्या कन्वर्सेशन हुई। मैं आख्या भी रोज रोज मैं नहीं ठेका चाहिए ना गारंटी दे सकना। उन्हें गल जो उसने इमाम नाल अकदस साहब ने गल हुई है तो उस वक्त जो गल हुई तो उस तो बाद इमाम आख्या भी तुसा ना कम से गारंटी देना, मैं ठेका चाहिए। मेरे सारी सामने साहब देखो अगे भी मसलक वास्ते है, अज नहीं गल नहीं, शेख असरार साहब शेख हकानी हूँ वापस आई रहा, एक 10-12 साल की गल है। असा तो पीर साहब मिली तो जेड़ा भी कुछ सुनिया ना इशू होया साड़ी रिश्तेदारी सुनिया ना वो वट एवर जेड़ा बंदा है वो शेख हनीफ हकानी, इस तो बाद उस इशू ना लोगों के पता ही नहीं। पीर साहब गवान पीर शबीर स्टोक एंड ट्रेंड वाबिया ने खिलाफ कम करी दिया सी, पीर शबीर अली शाह और उन्होंने मुरीदा एक कॉन्फिडेंशियल है कोई बंदा इसकी जड़ा ना वो फिर असें पता लगा कि उन्होंने मुरीद है खलीफा है पीर शबीर अली शाह, पीर साकिब शाह साहब ने मिन्नता करी, इन्हें डायरेक्ट कॉल पीर शबीर अली शाह मैं कई असा सोर्स बिल आखिर नहीं हो सकिया। असा हर सुनिया ना कोई
Hanif Khan, he was done for pedophilia.
हाँ जी वो बहरहाल जो भी, लेकिन असा सुनिया नी खराबी तो बचाने।
Okay.
सोहेल कादरी साहब तुसां थोड़ी जी तां बरी दसी रहे तफसीलात चेक करना होना चाहिए ना कि असी एक मुद्दत तो इससे इशू न जज्बे नाल कोशिश करते रहे हैं, वो कोई भी इशू होया है कि मकसद है कि इसनु भाई खराबी ना होवे, बचाए एक बंदा इस्लाह कर लेंदा है, तौबा कर लेंदा है, कायम रहे सानू कोई इतराज नहीं। अगर गड़बड़ कर दे
मसला निका नहीं है जी, सड़ियां बच्चियां सड़ियां पहनाई
जी हाँ जी साहब
अगर अगर मतलब वो तो जो शरी मसला जो मैं उस तरह इन्हें की वजह से वो कबूल कर लेना उसकी शर्तें ही हो, ये तो नहीं कि कुछ कुल अगर कुछ बच्चे ना ज्यादा
पानी नहीं
Those are the tawbah and satar and all that applies to normal sinning. Like I said, if you go to a prostitute or you had a girlfriend, फिर वो गुनाह नहीं जरी गल होनी ना, then it's that he's flirting with a girl, but this is something totally different. You understand? This is predatory, what's going on. It's multiple.
This is very similar to how you go about covering him and allowing him to continue if it turns out to be true. It's exactly the same as what happens in the Vatican and with the Christians. They've been covering up their sins, the pedophilia, stuff they've been doing. You can't let stuff like this slide.
The honorary thing for him to do today is just say, look, I'm retiring and I'm not going to be Imam anymore, and that's it. If it was up to me, you're lucky you got Saqib Shami to balance the decision a bit. I would have brought my Gillette razor with me and I would have shaved his beard here today. Yes, and would have said leave. Yeah, but the thing is,
Sheikh Asrar साहब पहले देखो असां मीटिंग तो बाद तक असां गल्लां करी सकते हैं। पहले असां की मीटिंग शुरू जदों अच्छा है उसने दौरान जिस गल करनी है कोशिश करनी हर बंदा बारी बारी नाल आरस साहब ये थोड़ा एहतियात करनी है ना जेड़ा बोला है बारी बारी नाल गल करो, उस तो बाद जेड़ा कोई फैसला उसी कंसेंसस नाल मकसद है कि हर बंदे दा अपना अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है जेड़ा उलमा फैसला करते हैं, लेकिन उसने अच्छे तो पहले कोई बंदा असा ऐसी कोई गल ना करना चाहे जिस तो कल साबित हुआ है कि असा पहले फैसला किया।
But you're part of the problem with that. You're part of the problem. You know why? So when I exposed him last time, why were you saying to people that Asim must have gone out with one of my cousins or something, that's why I got a problem with him? Asim's got nothing to do with any of my family, bro, yeah? But me and you gonna have words outside about that. Let me just remind you, after this meeting, saying stuff like that, bro, it comes with a clap back. You understand? Put here, if you know what I mean. So after, me and you gonna have words.
Okay. These are personal issues between
That's what I'm saying.
That shouldn't be discussed in this meeting. I won't discuss that here.
The thing is, I've got issues with him as well. Yeah, I've got issues with him that I'm going to talk to him one-on-one. But I'm not bringing him up in the meeting. He said a lot of stuff
about regarding Asim, innit?
What happened was the way he dealt with it last time. He
conforms to
Asim
behavior.
bringing that issue up. He was saying that the only reason he's bringing it up is because Asim probably done something with his cousin. Now that
No, no.
deserves an apology.
ना ना मैं cousin नहीं मैं आखिया जड़ा
बहुत बड़ा बंदे क्या है इमाम इजाज किया है तो या तो बार बार तो मत
cousin निकाल नहीं कुछ गल देखो एक गल नहीं मैं आखिया पे जड़ा
तो मतलब इस फैमिली में बड़ा
गलत है गुद्दा बुझो ना ये तो रौला तुसा ना मैं गल कीती सी कि जदों एक तय हो गया ये गल्लां बार-बार फैली रहियां क्या वजह कि कोई पर्सनल इशू है जिसकी वजह ना डिस्कस हो रहा है देखो जदों एक उस तौबा कीती उस तो बाद ये गल्लां मेरा बाना कि हुण क्या गल है लेकिन मेरा उसले भी मौकफ सी मैं हुण भी आखना कि जेड़ा एक बारी गल तय होई दी सी खत्म होएगी उस तौबा पर अगर कायम रहा वट एवर तो बाद डिसाइड हो सी लेकिन भाई उस तो बाद जिहड़ियां गल्लां लीक आउट हो रही सारे बंदियां रिस्पोंसिबिलिटी सी ये वीडियो की गल 10-20 बंदे पता सी ते पूरे इंग्लैंड अमेरिका भी ते साउथ अफ्रीका भी बंदे भी पाया गया पता तो मैं क्या वजह कि कुछ ना कोई पर्सनल इशू है जिसकी डिस्कस मैं हुण भी उस गल पर कायम हां कजन ने ना सा गल कीती है ये गल जरूर कीती है अगर किसी ना कोई पर्सनल इशू दिसना जिसकी वजह ना बार-बार ये गल असां जे खराब होने असां उसले भी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सी सुनिया दी बदनामी ना वै जेड़ी गल वै वो असां की तां उलमा की उसले पीर साहब की शेख इसरार साहब की इमाम इजाज की सारे लोगों की इन्वॉल्व कीता सी इस मसले ने को हल कर दिया
over 10 minutes now.
ये तो हर सुन्नी नहीं बच्ची साड़ी cousin
He's
जिस तरह रमजान है every Sunni sister is our daughter
Even if the girls were non-Muslims.
She's not his cousin. He doesn't know who the person is.
He doesn't know we're here.
Nothing to do.
Honestly, we will not second जो तुम अगर गलत भाई ते गलत भाई
क्या नहीं भाई मैं आखिया
You did my told you 3 people.
मैं
ये तो सिंपल गल है अगर तुम गल आखी इसको माफी मांगना तो समझ जरूरी है
मैं पीर साहब मादर
ए पहले 40 किलो ना माफी मांगी जो ना तो गल
एक खत्म करियो अगर एक
चलो मैं देखो मैं कजन का ना नहीं कहता बहरहाल अगर तुसा फील कीता मेरी कोई गलत इंटेंशन सी मैं तुसा
It must be one of his family.
Yeah, but if he says sorry, you
that's it. End it. Squash it. Take it.
दीन वास्ते साडा कोई जाती इशू नहीं सी तुसा ना उस तो पहले तलक सी साडा ना हुन साडी कुछ ना जाती ना दुश्मनी है ना दोस्ती है साडा दीन का रिश्ता अस मादरत करने अगर
Hazrat, इजाजत है 1 minute. Just one minute, please, brothers. He's coming in. Can I request everybody, please, kindly, just salam. That's the minimum that we do.
चलो सोहेल कादरी साहब तुसा
ठीक है किबला.
We'll all stand up.
No, not standing up. You don't have to stand up. Just say salam to him.
Well, put him there, okay, don't put him next to me.
Doesn't matter where he sits, but it's a minimum.
It is important.
It's a sharing minimum.
Everyone is objective.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to be objective.
Yeah.
There's no.
This is not personal, brothers.
Personal vendetta here.
This is not personal. We're not enemies.
Haris,
They made it personal. When we start saying stuff like that.
Can I please request? I'll tell you before he comes in. I'll tell you. Please, Saab's here. Choice Saab, 1 minute. Choice Saab, 1 minute.
ठीक है जनाब.
तुसा ना साडा कुछ ना जाती
Choice Saab, 1 minute, please. Brothers, let me tell you one thing. Before he comes in here, please stop sitting here. Shaykh Asrar is here. I'll tell you, count on your hands, on one hand. I've only met the guy. I told Choice Saab last night. I've only met him probably 4 times in my life. Only 4 times.
इसलिए गारंटी है ना कोई
Choice Saab, he will verify. I've only met him 4 times in my life. I've met Jami Saab more times, Pir Saab more times. I spent days with Pir Saab in Dubai.
इधर ख्याल रखना सारियां गल करनी है मीटिंग के स्टाइल कोई बंदा तकरीर ये अंदाज गल ना करे और तुसा जरा तहम्मुल अगला यार बंदे अपना स्टाइल है लोग
if we can me first, I'll tell this to myself first, yeah. Me first, if we can all abide by, regular meeting rules, and that way everybody gets a fair say, everybody gets, and
get Pir Saab to chair the meeting.
With Pir Saab's ijazat, if I can, obviously Pir Saab is chairing the meeting. If I can just request, if we can not during the meeting, once the meeting starts, obviously not now, but if we can just switch off the mobiles and rather not recording or anything.
That's why we come here. We never came for these. We came for Pir Saab.
Pir Saab is now chairing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We only came because Pir Saab was watching.
Yeah,
we would have entertained you, bro, if you rang us.
No, and I have great respect for Pir Saab. I have great respect for Pir Saab. I respect all of you. As Sunni Muslims, I respect you all. That's a very minimum. That's incumbent upon me to do that. Yeah, and we're not enemies with anybody.
तरतीब भी थोड़ी तय करी लो ताकि मिक्स अप
Pir Saab तरतीब तय कर सकूं.
हां ठीक
However Pir Saab feels deems fit.
The issue is because we don't have much time now. We have a gathering at home as well.
लेकिन
It's 9 o'clock.
He's here. I don't know. Somebody got to get him. He doesn't know what he's doing.
And for an end.
I think
I don't think he knows we're in this room. He just messaged said, where are you? I'm here.
बंदे गए ना बंदे
Yeah.
Acha?
What he has said now, this is shocking.
There's that guy who used to phone us, man. No, his sister, the rape allegation, the brother, he needs to speak as well. So he said that I rang him at 7 o'clock, and no one would lie about their own sister. So the guy whose sister got raped, he wants to speak as well, but he doesn't speak on
loudspeaker. 2 साल पहले नहीं गल है इस within 2 years.
Rape 2 साल पहले हुआ है, 2 दाने पहले हुआ है, आज पहले हुआ है. Still
Rape happened 4-5 years ago.
Only some
got revealed to
man,
us.
you know what that does?
लेकिन
6 years ago,
6 years ago.
She was 11 at the time.
Has he been arrested?
इस तरह का
No, because the girl has been in statements.
तौबा तो बात नहीं करना
ना तौबा इन्ना गल्ला जैसा ना
पहले ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਰ ਬੇਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬਾਣੀ ਗੱਲ ਬੁਝੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਤਰਤੀਬ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ
Unless they have questioned him and we don't even know.
ਮਿਕਸ ਅਪ ਨਾ ਹੋਇਆ
Because it becomes a voluntary. What happened with these cases? You
Yeah,
give
you
a
go for
voluntary.
voluntary.
Yeah. So unless he's had one and we don't even know.
He was cautioned, didn't he? The guy said. The
He
girl
has-
also said.
he has
interviewed and he was cautioned.
So he
But
has-
they didn't pursue the investigation. Didn't go further. According to that.
Yeah,
he has
but
been-
I would say one thing, yeah. If there's such a case, they wouldn't let him out on bail.
No,
It's
they
a
do.
non-bailable.
They do.
Rape is a non-bailable.
Of course,
Faisal
of course
was
it
taken
is.
last year.
Of course, the
Faisal Aftab was
Faisal
taken.
Aftab was given an interview.
Yeah, a voluntary
Voluntary,
interview, and he
yeah.
was released.
Yes.
Yes, for 2 rape allegations.
But what CPS didn't have
I think they can only hold
Exactly.
him
He's
so long.
pending further
No,
inquiries. That's what they do.
That's what they
That's
do.
Crown prosecution didn't
That's
have
what the guy
enough
said as well.
evidence.
That's what the guy
No,
said.
no, with him,
Yeah.
what happened is they haven't told him whether he's going to be charged or not. So
Who?
because it's historical,
Yeah.
his case is historical.
Yes.
So the courts take time on historical cases. Any historical case, they take their time because that case is from the 80s.
Yeah.
The women are now in their
ਉਹਨੇ ਆਪੋ
70s.
ਵਜ਼ੂ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਨਮਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਕੇ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਪੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਛੋ ਬੰਦੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਆਏ
Imam Adil and Imam Asims.
Just the two, right?
Yeah, I'll make sure.
ਉਹਨੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਲਦੀ ਵਜ਼ੂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਦੇਖੜੇ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਬੜੇ ਵਜ਼ੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਕਿਤੇ
गुस्सा नहीं रोज़ जाज हुआ
ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਲਮਾ ਕੋਈ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਪਰ
Because just before, because we're at Council Oda and PSAB's chairing this, I think it's for the respect of the centre, the place and PSAB and all of us, for all of us, if we can,
ਦੇਖੋ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੀ
ਜੀ, ਬਿਲਕੁਲ।
ਦੇਖੋ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਤੇ ਇਤਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਦਾਇਰੇ 'ਚ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ
ਜੀ, ਜੀ।
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਿਸ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਪ੍ਰੂਫ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਰੇ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਪੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਾਣਨ ਸ਼ੇਖ ਇਸਰਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਤੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰੀ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਕੰਸੈਂਸਸ ਨਾਲ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਲੈ ਰੋਜ਼ ਨੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਨਾ ਖਰਾਬੀ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਹੋਣੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਮਸਲਕ ਜੋ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਜੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਲ ਨਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਲ ਬਲੈਕਮੇਲਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ असा 2 साल पहले भी मसलक वास्ते कोशिश की थी जी तुम हूँ शुरू कर रहे हो
At that time it was limited to a video. We didn't know the extent.
No, it wasn't Shaykh.
At
that time,
and you had a meeting with us as well.
At that time, it was limited to his messages that he's been sending to loads of girls. Yeah. He done Toba then as well. He was crying on the phone to Jaz
And to me.
and to you.
Yeah.
Then 8-9 months later came the video. Then he's done another Toba with you yourselves in another meeting and whatnot. Do you understand? So like, if he's gonna come here and do Toba, then alhamdulillah, do you understand? But
Can I
you don't
ask
need
you
him
a
as
question?
Imam.
Go on.
I'm not an alim, yeah? Obviously you can answer this. Is there a limit to how many tawbas one
That's
can
what I
do?
just said. Alhamdulillah.
नहीं मैं बस अपनी मालूमात वास्ते
नहीं देखो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ
हज़रत सवाल तक सवाल तक करना किबला
I'll answer the question. Look,
yeah
Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, he hired a man as an employee of the state. The man walked into Sayyidina Umar's majlis. Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu had his young children playing on his stomach. Yeah. The man condemned the action. He said, "How can these children play on your stomach, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen?" Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu said to him that what do you do what do you do with your children when you enter the house? Yeah. He said, this is the said, what do you do when you enter the house? He said, when I enter, I stay the entire house.
السلام عليكم. وعليكم السلام.
He was part of the cabinet.
Qualifications for such a
Okay.
discussed.
Inshallah. Okay. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. I'd like to just now that the Peace chairing this meeting today. Everybody's here, and as my aim and objective to bring all parties together here today was to try and solve the crisis that we're facing, and the issue that's at hand. Everybody knows about Imam Asim and the recent controversy on Facebook and social media that's been brewing, and a potential catastrophe that's there in everyone's face. So inshallah, we're here. Saqib Shami Sahib is chairing this, and I'm very grateful to all of you to be here today. And Sahibs, I'm grateful to them to provide a venue in their house, or the centre, Markaz, and all of you here. And my utmost humble request is that we all try and keep a level head when we talk. Of course, sometimes people, the emotions get the better of people, but I think sometimes if we try and limit our emotions and see how we can come to a sensible, conclusive result at the end of this, inshallah, and hopefully better for everyone. Peace out.
Yes, so what do you have to say about somebody saying?
No, I agree with his.
Controversy and about Facebook issues.
Well, first, I agree with the house rules. I think we should maintain respect and obviously I've been invited here, just as I think many of them who sat here as well. So if there's an issue, obviously bring it to the table, and if you want to discuss it, if you want to come to a conclusion, then let's talk.
So you're aware of all the objections and the controversies. How do you respond to that?
Well, there's a lot in the background that I think we're sat here, we know. There are objections, bring them forward.
It's not funny though.
It's not smiling.
No.
Why are you saying
Harris.
You should be crying, boy, in shame.
Harris.
Why are you smiling? Cry, bro. Don't smile. Don't smile for the next 2 hours. I want to see a smile on your face, bro.
Harris, let all of my talking.
You shouldn't be smiling.
Come here. Let all of my talking.
Harris, that's not.
What?
Come on, Harris.
He won't do that again.
Harris.
You're smirking about this.
Harris.
There's nothing funny about this. I want you
Harris.
to choose the evening to come here and smile.
Harris, let me talk and chill out.
Only you seen a smile, nobody else.
I see it as well.
I'm not blind, bro.
Peace up, that I took us up home.
So you want us to repeat everything? What is being said by people?
I don't know what's been said. If there's allegations, then are we talking previous allegations? If there's anything new, then we know what happened previously. So they all must be aware of it. Just a question. there's a lot of brothers here. Those in the previous meeting, obviously is very relevant to them, because they know. Haris is here, Atizaz is here, okay, no problem. Ismail I know from before, the brother there, I've sat with him before. I don't know the relevance of some people here, so just for the clarification, it'd be nice to know. Obviously, Choi Saab, I know the brothers that are Murids and stuff. Habib Jami was here previously, but there's a few brothers I don't know what their role is.
So the only person from my area, side, who you're saying you don't know, is the brother in the corner. So when the video was first launched 2 years ago, the brother was involved from there. So that's why he's here now.
Which brother?
The brother in the corner.
The one you left out?
The one that you left out. Everyone else you said you knew in it, but that one, he was involved from day one. Yeah, so that's the only one you didn't know. So he was involved from day one. So when the video first was received, he was there at the moment. I seen the video, he was there as a neutral person.
Since our last meeting, what happened was I was approached by a family regarding yourself as well, and this I think I didn't mention to anyone until today. I think Josie Saab wasn't aware of it, and Saqib Shami wasn't aware of it as well. Was regarding rape allegation as well.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're aware of that or not.
This allegation was made aware to me. I'll clarify the stance. The same time everyone, Saqib Shami Saab was made aware, Munawwar Atiq was made aware, because we had a mehfil in Victoria Park Masjid, and Munawwar Atiq said, I was told categorically, you made a phone call to Munawwar Atiq, and you said he's got a rape allegation on his head, don't share the stage with him. I'm asking you a question now, did you or did you not do that?
Well, you've come here to ask me questions.
I'm asking you a question.
Listen,
because you said there's a rape allegation.
You've just said that whether I informed him. When did I inform you of this?
I didn't inform him.
Okay.
So you heard I informed him.
So
One minute.
Yeah, okay,
you heard that I informed him as well.
Yeah, I heard, yes.
Yeah, you heard bullshit on it. It wasn't true.
No, I heard that.
Was it true?
The person who told me, the person who
What
told me
kind of info
sat
are you
there.
getting?
The person who told me sat
I'm
there.
telling you.
No.
Are you being questioned by the police for a rape allegation or not?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
That's
Can you tell me what's happened after that? Did the police come tell you what's happened after that?
Why would the police come and tell me?
You're instigating it.
I'm saying to you, I instigated you to rape.
Who said I raped?
Listen.
Prove I raped. Prove I raped.
You know, if we had known 2 years ago, that you, why is sniggering now?
Because you're lying.
Listen, why
Not lying, but
I
have
have
the proof.
proof.
He's got the guy's phone number. My sister is wrong with
Who? Usman Ali.
No, the guy's not Usman Ali.
What's his name?
But that's another one.
He said, see, exactly, brother. So the guy's Usman Ali who's saying you raped your sister.
Who?
So you just said this.
You know exactly what I'm on about.
I don't know what you're on about.
Because I know.
Okay, can I just hold you guys there a second? Listen, Bismillah, can I just hold you?
You know what?
Please.
Allegation was made. The police came and interviewed him on 2 occasions. The police said, look, we're not going to take any further because there's no proof. I think they went back to see the girl. The girl says, look, I'm not going to make a statement. And at that point, it was dropped. That's as far as the rape allegation went.
So my point being was, 2 years ago when we had the initial meeting, we were unaware of this. Do you understand? It brings more context to everything. So then lately, in September time, because what we agreed with that meeting, that if there's anything after, strong action needs to be taken. Wasn't that what we agreed?
देखो पहले बताया कि मीटिंग है मिक्स अप हो रही है गुजारिश है कि सोहेल कादरी साहब तुसां भी फोन कीता
जी
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇਸ ਇੰਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਅਸਾਂ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਹੋਵੇ
ठीक है
पीर साहब का शुक्रिया कि वो भी इस गला पर मानी गई
मैं जो साहब एक बात करूंगा और मेरी थोड़ी सी प्लीज सुन ले पहली बात तो ये जो अभी हुआ है ना आपके सामने ये बहुत अच्छा हुआ है बहुत अच्छा क्यों हुआ है मैं आपको बताता हूँ थोड़ी सी मेरी अर्ज सुन ले हुआ ये कि इन्होंने उनसे बात की है उन्होंने उनसे बात की है ये बात हुई है बीच में वो भाई साहब मैं नहीं जानता उनको कौन है उन्होंने आके क्लैरिफिकेशन कर दी है ठीक है उन्होंने आके की है कि दिस इज एंड रिजल्ट
लेकिन हर काम विच
according to the girl's brother, so we got randomly contacted by this guy. So me and Ataz went to see this guy.
Okay.
He said to us, no one comes and says to your face, we don't know this guy. He looks us in the eye and says, this guy raped, what was it, his cousin or his sister? His niece. He raped my niece. He looked us in the eye. We didn't know where to put our faces. We sat the guy for 1 hour. He poured his heart out to us. this is what the guy done, we trusted him, he used to come to the courts.
He actually didn't originally come to us.
Yeah.
He came to Shaykh Asrar, who he wanted the video which I never gave him. Yeah. And that's how he got my details.
So then he came
And
to us, we took him out.
So it's not like I got a vendetta against you, bro.
Okay.
You know what the solution is, bro? Shall I tell you when it comes down to it? Bro, go out with as many girls as you want, bro. But just become a taxi driver or work in a factory, bro. Do you understand? Don't take Sunni money and bang girls. Simple as.
Can we just follow?
That's
can we follow
the
that?
solution, bro.
So
No one has a problem with you.
जी
देखो गुजारिश ये है कि तुसा कोई ये मीट को मुनाजरा ना करो मीटिंग ना कोई तरतीब नाल गल करो मैं गुजारिश
जवाब ये सीधे मिलसन ना फिर मीटिंग सीधी होती मैं नहीं सीधा सवाल पूछा गल सुनो ना इन्ना फिर क्या कि मुनव्वर इतनी कि तुसा फोन किया यानी इन्ने ही फोन किया ने मैं ये क्या बकवास करने सामने बैठे हैं इन्ना क्या फोन किया है
चलो शेख इफरार साहब
गल सुनो ना मैं सीधा सवाल पूछा ना सीधे जवाब दें और मैं सवाल पूछो ना सीधा जवाब
माड़ी गल
September time, because the last meeting we had, what we agreed on was that if there's anything after that, yeah, that action will be taken. Action will be taken. What I mean by action, what action can we take as ulama? Yeah, we're going to give out a statement. What happened in September time, in November, was a girl contacted.
4th December.
A girl contacted Qari Bilal, and she contacted Akhtas. Akhtas rang you then. Because after Akhtas rang me, said, look, the guy's been doing the same stuff again. And I said, ring Imran Chaudhry and ring you direct. You admitted to that because you said in that conversation with Akhtas that it was 4 months ago. Yeah? So that means you've been doing what...
No, I didn't admit that.
You didn't say that to Akhtas?
I said to Akhtas, if anything.
Yeah.
If.
Yeah.
Carry on.
If anything, it was 4 months ago.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I made it clear.
What
I says I've not done nothing. I've not done nothing. People will accuse
अब्दुल साहब के फोन पर देखो गल जेडी नाल ला फिर अगर
चोर साहब
गल है गुजारिश
we moved from a rape allegation to this.
I'm telling you, listen,
That summarized it. Why because
we'll go back to that if you want. The reason
you want to go back to that, we need to ring that guy. Can I just ask a question to everybody? No, should we ring that? Look, if you want to go back to the rape allegation, we should ring the guy. Why are we talking about his sisters, right?
Ring him.
And stuff like that. He should
he's related to me.
Is there a reason to ring him?
No, we can tell him to come here. We can bring the girl here as well. Not needed.
Is there a reason?
Is there a reason to ring him?
You're saying the rape allegation, it doesn't exist. He's saying it exists and it's still pending.
He admitted it exists.
No, he's saying it doesn't exist.
He said it exists. He said the police
it's been dropped by the police.
It doesn't matter if you have what
the family never done.
Well, I don't know whose cousin is. The guy didn't tell us if they're cousins.
So if it's his cousin or our cousin, bro, is it
it's his
cousin. Yeah, okay, say it's his cousin.
And the girl saying he's done it.
Okay, listen.
Just 1 second, brother. Just 1 second. Judge साहब speak, please.
मैं गल कर दियो गुजारिश है कि ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਆਪਣਾ सोहेल कादरी साहब कॉल की थी इन्हें आख्या कि इस किस्म में इशू सुनिया दी बड़ी खराबी हुई तो मैंने दसिया भी 2 साल पहले इस जज्बे नाल मैं कोशिश की सी और अगर इमाम साहब 2 साल वीडियो तो बाद ना कोई इशू है तो वो असा गल करने वास्ते तैयार हाँ और अगर 2 साल तो पहले की गल है वो अल्लाह ताला जानन ते इमाम साहब जानन 2 साल ने अरसे ने दौरान सोहेल कादरी साहब गुजारिश है कि 2 साल ने अरसे ने दौरान इमाम साहब नासा कोई दो साल ने मतलब 2 साल ने अरसे ने दौरान असा जिसने भी पार्टी सपोर्ट की है इसने भी इमाम आसम साहब हैं जेड़े वैन मसलक वास्ते ये इन्होंने जो तय होया सी कि सोशल मीडिया वगैरह इस्तेमाल नहीं करने लगे वट एवर जो शेख इसरार इमाम इजाजत पहली इन्होंने गल हुई उस तो बाद चलना रहा फिर एक लास्ट वीक था साड़ी पीस
ये भी तय होया सी कि शादी नहीं कर सन
पूरी तफसील दसनी है सब तो इजाजत देने लगी 2 साल जदों अकदस साहब की कॉल की है
2 साल नहीं हुए 1 साल हुए Please.
Yeah, when do we go, Cairo?
Yeah, no, come on,
It's only been 18 months.
You know, like it's past.
17 फरवरी निकाल ले ये तो वीडियो ना
Politician, 1 second, yeah. You know when I first done status on you, bro. Do you remember you spoke to Ijaz? You done Toba. Ijaz asked me to remove the status. These were from screenshots that I seen, bro.
Okay.
8-9 months later, I get sent another random video from a random profile. Don't know who of you doing your full thing. You're facing the everything, yeah.
Okay.
I never sent that to one person. Do you understand? For the sake of
That was in February.
It was about 7-8 months later in my timeline. 7-8 months later.
Okay. Alright,
Do you understand?
Okay.
After that, you said these guys come to the conclusion.
Without us being there.
That don't matter. It don't matter if they're dead ulama. Yeah. That you've done Tawbah again. You're gonna go off scene, and that's it. Is dealt with. You've come back on scene, but bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. You're just embarrassing yourself in front of Tom, Dick, and Harry here. Yeah. If you're ready to walk away from this Imam scene, bro, yeah, no one in this room got a problem with you. Cause you know why? Cause then you act like, then you me, bro, normal road geezer. Do you understand? Like him. No one's gonna care. It's safeguarding, bro. Do you understand? We're concerned about your position of trust, where you be, and it's abuse in it, bro. Bro, whether you, when it comes deep down into your heart, bro, you speak one more time to stir me, yeah, or even do that, I'm gonna slap you. Yeah? I'm talking to him one to one. He keeps, no, I'm talking to him.
He's saying good things. He's not saying
let him talk. I haven't said one bad thing to Asim.
Being balanced.
For a guy who says we shouldn't do taqreer, you flip and do quite a lot. Let him talk.
He's saying
I'm talking to him direct.
He's balanced.
Because the issue is whether what he does next. Do you understand?
He didn't even take a side, he's being balanced.
No, one person here is going to have a problem with you, yeah? Because
I don't have an issue that Azaz is talking to me.
Do you understand?
I'm listening to him. I don't have an issue.
Bro, go open a business cause, go open a shop cause, go be a taxi driver, go work in a factory cause no one have an issue with you, bro. It's just time after time after time cause whether we say or you say don't this, that, cause you know the truth in it cause, yeah?
I do.
Do you understand? So that's the only really solution here, bro. Really, when it comes down to it, bro, no one's gonna have a problem with you, bro. No one's gonna say anything about you. So it's all up to you.
That's fine. You finished now, yeah?
Yes.
Do you have anything else to say?
मैं ताले शुरू नहीं कर
Get to the point. Just चुक
गुजारिश है कि मैं ये महसूस करना ਜਿਹੜੀ 2 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਅਸਾਂ ਉਸकी मैनेज करने रहे हैं सारियां की पता ये ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ जो असां की गाली शाली या खराबी हो रही है फक्त है कि असां मसलक वास्ते मैं फील करना कि अकदस साहब तो पहले भी 1-2 दफ़ा मामलात होए कि ये ਜਿਹੜੀ 2 साल की तौबा है ना मैं मेरे नज़दीक तौबा ख़त्म हो चुकी है और उसने बयान करने वास्ते है तुसा भी की आख्या कि नमाजा ना मैं हमेशा तुसा की जो फेसबुक पर वापस आंदा तुसा गारंटी देती कि तुसा भी आख्या पे मैं हमेशा ही नहीं आखना रहा कि इन्ना कुछ हफ्ता नमाजा पढ़ियां मैं आख्या तुसा नमाजा जमात नाल कराओ तो वट एवर जो ये शॉर्ट करी दिया उस तो बाद 1-2 वाकयात होए इन्ना की शादी
जी कि मिकी आई नो अबाउट द डिटेल्स ऑफ दीस वीडियोस मैं तो जितनी गल्लां हुई लास्ट मीटिंग विच सुनियां फीस ना पता नहीं सी मैं खाली है सी करनो कोई बंदा है कैसो गारंटी किन्ने के जमात में 5 वक्त की नमाज पढ़सन दूसरी गल है कुछ औरत ना राब्ता नहीं होना कुछ ना कांटेक्ट नहीं होना आज इना की बुलाने का मकसद है कि एक करना बंदा ये तो ये जी नवीं गल्लां सुनियां मैं पता ही नहीं समझ मैं ये सी कि करना बंदा आदिल शहजाद ये पाबंदी रखसी ये गारंटी देसी अगर साबित हो गया कि उस तो बाद भी कुछ होया लास्ट मीटिंग तो बाद लेकिन ये तो बच्चियां ने ज्यादती छोटियां बच्चियां ने ज्यादती और इस कदर अगर ये गल्लां बयान की दी जानियां पियां अगर ये हक है तो फिर तो ये इतजाज सही बना गया फिर तो
उसना है कि पीर साहब इना
अगर हक है
तो 2 गल्लां जेड़ियां तुसां आखियां मिटियां उस तो बाद
उसके लिए है कि मैं जिस जेडी शादी की गल तुसां कर रहे हो हमेशा इन्हें की रिक्वेस्ट करना रहा कि इमाम साहब शादी करो ये रौला खत्म हुआ रोज अफरा तफरी मची रही इना शादी पहले इन्हां दी जेलम तय हुई सी फिर इन्हां दे वालिद साहब बीमार होए इत्थे फौत हो गए उस तो बाद में जितनी बारी मिले मैं आखना रहा इमाम साहब शादी करो फिर इन्हां शादी ने गल की जामिया करम एक लड़की पढ़नी है उन्हां नाल इसना राबता होया सोशल मीडिया या एक कोई आलमा लड़की है उसना ना डिस्क्लोज करना मुनासिब नहीं उसके जरिए मैं इन्हां की इमाम साहब आखना रहा मैं कि इमाम साहब तुसां अपनी इज्जत ना ख्याल रखो तो साड़ी ना भी रखो मैं मुंह खराब होया लेकिन है कि इसनी मसलक नहीं बड़ी बदनामी हो सी इन्हां जनाब उस कुड़ी नाल इन्हां पीरजादा साहब ने सुलह की भी शादी हो जैसी वो भी शादी नहीं हो सकी फिर जदों 4 दिसंबर मैं राबता किया तुसा ने बकौल अकदस साहब भी कॉल की भाई तुसा भी कॉल करो मैं अकदस साहब की उन्हें दसिया वट एवर मैं गुजारिश है
रोज रोज मैं गारंटियां ना तुसां दी जिम्मेदारी दे सकना तुसां बेहतर है कि दसा इमाम साहब ने डायरेक्ट गल करो उन्हें इमाम साहब ने डायरेक्ट गल की मैं उन्हें नंबर दिता इन्हें माड़े को पूछा भी अख्तर साहब ने कॉल आई मैं ये इशू है आपको डील करो ये 4 दिसंबर की गल है उस तो बाद मैं अख्तर साहब को पूछा कि अख्तर साहब अपना तुसा क्या गल हुई उन्हें कहा भी उन्हें ये भी गल पाई है कि मन वादा किया ने कि मैं कुछ ना करन लगा मैं तुसा क्या फील किया उन्हें कहा भी कोई गारंटी नहीं दिसनी उस तो बाद माड़े को आए उस देड़े शामी मैं फिर इन्हें की आख्या कि इमाम साहब अल्लाह रा वास्ता शादी करो ये मामला वो इन्हें फिर आख्या मिगी हैलीफैक्स कोई लड़की है मकसद है कि उसने मैं फिर उसने इन्हें की आख्या कि मैं कुण है कम ही मकाओ इन्हें आख्या कोई टैक्सी ड्राइवर है उठा बेस पर काम करना मैं 3-4 घंटे वेट करना रहा इन्होंने 2 घंटे घंटा डेढ़ माड़े को भी बैठे रहे फिर चले गए फिर मैं 3-4 घंटे उस मदरसे वेट करना रहा उस बंदे की बुलाओ उसी असा मिन्नत समाजत करी तो रिश्ता मांगी तो कम ही मकान उस तो बाद कोई मकसद है कि जड़ा ना फिर जो वीडियो पता लगा कि जड़ा ना है जी उस वाई आई लेफ्ट इस्लाम उस विच मैं फील करना कि जो अख्तर साहब ने गल की है सिमिलर वो गल है कि इन्हें इवेंट कुरान कॉन्फ्रेंस जी रखी है उसने भी इशू पहले इन्हें आख्या कि थे सुन्नी कॉलेज रख सा उस तो बाद इन्हें आख्या कि कुछ लोग आने औरतों ने नहीं फिर इन्हें उठे अपने हाथ रखी तो मैं इन्हें की पाया कि मैं क्या इमाम इन्हें आख्या भी औरतां फला फला बंदा ये या इन्होंने पाई ने मैं क्या इन्हें औरतों की वजह मेरे भाई मसाइल पैदा हुए असा की ये मसला मकसद है कि रोज रोज रौले च औरतों ने कम च निकलो अपना कारी ना कम करो मैं महसूस करना इस सारिया चीज़ा मिली मलाई है मैं अगे जो गल्लां कीतियां अल्लाह और अल्लाह के रसूल की हाज़र नाज़र करी करने शॉर्ट और हमेशा इन्हें की कोशिश की है अगर मिकी हारिस साहब गाल कटी है तो वो इस इशू की वजह नाल शुरू शेख इसरार की भाई अगर इतजार साहब हूँ गल्लां करी रहे मेरा जाती ना शेख इसरार नाल कुछ है नाल अगर मेरी बर्मिंघम ने सारे की लड़ाई जो रही है या सोशल मीडिया पर मैं खराब होने फक्त कि असा दीनी वजह इमाम साहब की सपोर्ट करने रहे हैं और हुण मैं महसूस करना कि जेड़ा ना मकसद है कि नहीं सिर लाने ना जवाब देना चाहिए ना मैं महसूस करना ये तौबा पर कायम नहीं रहे अगे जो उलमा और भी लोगों को जिहड़ियां गल्लां ठीक है मेरी
हुण एतजाज जेहड़ी गल कीती तुसां ना मारी वजह तो नहीं क्योंकि 2 हफ्ते होए कि असां गल ना करने रहे तुसां ने अपने करतूता दी वजह ते गल्लां करना है मारी वजह तो नहीं अगर एतजाज आने यू पॉलिटिशियन ए ब्रदर आपने तुसां करतूत मारी वजह पता तो मारी वजह तो नहीं ना मारी
डिफाइन मैं तुम्हारे को कोई मारी ना ना गल नहीं करतूत ना क्या गल है पीर साहब गुजारिश
मारी वजह तो नहीं ना हुन अगर ए गल्लां आज कीतियां तुसां नाल मारी वजह है
नहीं करतूत अगर मेरे एक गल करनी है काबिल देखो गुजारिश है सोहेल कादरी साहब नहीं पीर साहब मैं जिंदगी च 20 साल हो गए कम करने आ कोई बंदा आखे इन्ना शेख इसरार साहब नाल माड़ी कह गई है इस हुण जड़े आने ना मेरी कुसै नाल इन्ना इतजाज साहब वैन हारिस साहब वैन व्हाटएवर माना कुसै नाल किस किस्म ना गलत कोई गलबात कोई इशू होया है मेरा कुसै नाल जाती
अच्छा मिकी एक और गल करनी है I want to ask you another one was there a case of a woman here in Birmingham that you impregnated and you had to do an abortion
no
there's no such case
never heard of such case
and you never threatened her recently not to release this information
nothing at all
nothing like that
I've not done
and if the woman comes forward
she can mention it
and there's other people as well meaning who want to come forward meaning you deny all of that
whoever it depends on the case
there's a girl from Huddersfield her name starts with S I don't want to say it to everybody because other people just she's saying you've been messaging her on Snapchat Huddersfield you added her from her Instagram page.
What's the name?
The name starts with S. We don't need to tell her.
No, don't mention
you know.
No, I don't know.
There's a girl from Snapchat. When she messaged me on randomly.
एक बार
on that post.
क्लेरिफाई को
She messaged her recently. Just like what's going on. Send me a snap of your face. What you look like.
No, I don't know anyone from Huddersfield.
You don't know.
The rape allegation. I still want to go back to that.
The girl who said
obviously there's some quite serious things that are very bad. If what you've said is impregnate, if things like that can be proven, then it's
I'm getting the information.
It's obvious what the outcome should be with him. Then,
yeah.
Then if you've said things like that, there should actually be some proof. And if there is, then really there's no need for a discussion. Then we know what the end result is.
We've had this discussion before because you do the right thing, and do your thing, simple as. You understand?
Don't speak. Just, when he's been asked about these cases, he says depends on the case.
when he's been asked about a girl, he's saying it depends on the name. There shouldn't be no case, there shouldn't be no girl. Does that make sense?
You're right.
You're in a position of authority. If someone says to you, someone throws me an allegation, you should be able to say there is no such thing. Not, oh, what city, what's the name?
I've made mistakes.
No, that's right, you have made mistakes, but even now, you shouldn't be saying it because...
I've made a lot of mistakes.
But you know, it is,
I accept that. I'm sitting here, I'm not proud. I accept what you're saying. Yeah.
So when the nature of the mistakes is related to underage people or of rape allegations, what you got to understand is, if you've made mistakes and these allegations come back, you can't just sit there and say, depends on the allegation. Like they've
then evidence.
They're not normal allegations. They're serious.
Like the brothers brought forward 2 cases. You've denied them 2 cases, and he said, and then the brother said, "Oh, if we bring these people forward, it depends what people," which shows to me that you have done something that hasn't been brought forward. Like he's mentioned the girl.
No, brother, just 1 second. You know what Shaykh Asrar said about the police case before? Just 1 second, yeah, please. The question was raised. The police have dropped the case. That's what you said. Yeah?
No, but the family of the girl.
One second. Can I please finish?
Yeah.
Pending further inquiry.
Brother, can I please finish? Yeah.
Okay.
So then the thing happened about Huddersfield, what city? He shouldn't be saying what city. He should be saying, I'm not contacting no girls. If you're Imam, you shouldn't be contacting girls because you know what it is.
I agree with that.
In a position of authority.
I agree with that. Conditionally. I agree with that conditionally.
Yeah. In a position of authority, girls might be talking to him because he's the Imam. It might not be because they like him in general. So he's abusing that position. He's using the Imam position.
I agree with the first
part
you
said.
said.
Brother, I want to finish. This rape allegation, like the brother said there, they said the girl does not want to make a statement. The girl didn't say it never happened.
Which girl are we talking about? Because there's 2 cases.
The brother there goes, when the police approached the girl, the girl said she does not want to make a statement. The brother didn't emphasize on the fact that the girl never said it never happened. I mean, if that was my friend, I'd say, look, it never happened. The police went there, they established it never happened. But even the brother
so the girl said she doesn't want to make a statement.
She goes, I don't want to make a statement.
And the police dropped it.
Yes.
Right.
If a victim doesn't want to make a statement, the police will drop it.
No, they
does
won't.
Not mean
that's where I'll tell
you
more here.
Brother, listen, brother.
The police will never drop it.
We're not here to get political, yeah. It should be, it never happened, but...
It should be, you're right, 100%.
Let him finish what he's saying, let him say everything, go on,
yeah,
finish
so
what he's saying.
I'm sitting there as a neutral person, do you get it? I disagree with some stuff Harry said, yeah, but sitting from a neutral person, that's been like... When it all came out, I was involved in it, but not face value, because I didn't want to be involved in it, do you get it? But it's not, do you get it? Like, it's painting a very bad image. I wouldn't want him to be the Imam of the mosque when my kids pray, or my kids study. Why? Because of all these allegations, you get it. Would you trust your kids? No. I mean, forget Imam Asim, there's a different person. And all these allegations came, would you trust your kids in there?
No.
And there's no difference between my kids and other 5, 6, 7-year-old kids, Muslim kids in mosques. If it wasn't Imam Asim, if it was someone else, if you had kids, you wouldn't trust them with a certain person like that. So at the same time, if I think I would trust my kids in that environment, then why should I? Well, if I've got some, then that's up to you. Like, if you think it's
there's a Facebook account, Muhammad Umar, that's been going threatening this Rumana girl and saying stuff. Are you aware of that account?
Nothing else.
It's nothing to do with you.
He's been trying to blackmail her into not coming forward.
I don't know this
contacting
account.
other sisters.
Nothing.
Then people say, why do me? That sells post. Look what happened when someone else posts. This girl made a post, and she got threatened. She made a post. I'll never speak about anybody again. You know, how can this happen to somebody? You know, why doesn't that happen to us when we post? Why is
That's
it
what I
happen
wrote
to
today.
big
Let
people?
someone threaten me.
This is oppression, man. Just because you have fans who, in their capacity, might think they're special. Brother, it's coming from you and him.
It's not coming from me.
No one threatens Muhammad answers.
You can't say something without evidence or proof. Yes or no?
Brother, it's coming.
You're saying you've got evidence of proof of me in a video. You've seen that. The brothers mentioned and seen that. I'm not going to sit and deny that.
Yeah.
Have I denied it?
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't. You said there's a rape allegation. Have I denied it? Yes, I have. Absolutely, because I know who that is. That's my auntie's daughter. Okay. I know everything in detail. I have the statement from the police. There's inconsistencies within that statement. That case has absolutely no legs to stand on. My mother spoke to him before my father passed away. One of the regrets my father passed away is what supposedly, and then I'll tell you something. My mother said to her sister, let's meet face to face. You know what they said? Go to Shaykh Asrar. Every issue arises with a woman, go to Shaykh Asrar. Why?
What? You think I'll put them forward to?
No, I didn't. Did I say that? No need to get defensive. I didn't say that. I said, they're saying, go to Shaykh Asrar. We said, why Shaykh Asrar? What's Shaykh Asrar got to do with it?
Bro, you don't understand. You know what?
No, what's Shaykh Asrar got to do with this case and scenario? You're saying your daughter's being... Talk about it.
You know, if someone...
The family didn't want to talk. The family absolutely... That's my mother. Your sister, they grew together, man.
You know, if
they're
someone...
more comfortable going to Shaykh Asrar and Haris Khalik than going to their own sister.
Obviously, bro.
That's how
these things happen, bro.
How come somebody made a video of you, made an anonymous profile? You know what? Everyone made Chaudhary said that his cousin, and people made all the stories that we made a fake account and it was us. The reality of it is that
somebody else made it and sent it to you.
But why did somebody?
You know, there's a new video from Asrar as well.
There's a new video.
Why did they? There's millions of people in the country. Why did they choose him out of everybody? Why?
Because you put the post up before, didn't they?
So why did him? The other people will post up about you.
Who?
No,
Where's
not
that
people
post
post up. There's girls before that. There's been girls after that. People look. Romana came recently. There's people before.
Romana, obviously, there may be an ulterior motive as to why she's playing up now.
But maybe
she might have friendship with yourself through people. I don't know.
We have no friendship.
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. I just want to make this clear. Now, one person, girl, guy, anyone involved in this, has had any personal relationship with us, or anything like that, bro. Because me and him, we clarified this before as well. Because that's why he was saying you've been dealing with one of my cousins. That's why I must have a problem earlier. So I said to him, I go to him, yo, what were you saying about me, bro? And he goes, no, I wasn't saying that. I meant something else. It must be personal. So we ain't gonna ulterior motive, bro. It's simple as it, bro.
Him and him together. You know why? He's Shaykh Asrar, he's Shaykh Yakubi's Murid. It's already...
It's not even about Murid, bro.
These two are not linked, bro.
You're the link.
I'm not the link, bro.
Brother.
There's no bridge, bro. I'm telling you, this guy does everything independently. There's no conspiracy against you, but this guy does not
work.
If
you think it's a conspiracy against you, bro, you know deep down, what's going on with girls, this, that, there's only one solution, bro. And that's the only solution people are going to be happy with. Just man up, brother, and say, you know what,
brother, can you speak?
My question to you, everything that's been said here, everything that's happened in the past, I'm not fully aware of everything, but I do know of the video, for instance. I know of the allegations that have been made recently. Everything else that's gone on. Do you feel the need to continue as an imam? Because are you suggesting Ahlul Sunnah is contingent upon you?
No chance. Ahlul Sunnah is a history long before me. I am nothing in the presence of Ahlul Sunnah. That's a fact. We know that. You know that.
100%. So, will you be doing more nuqsan to Ahlul Sunnah, particularly in the UK, because there's a possibility that the news could come out, the video could be leaked, anything can happen.
Shall I tell you the honest truth about the video? You know why I never made that viral? It's because I didn't want, some kid that's watched your talk 2-3 years ago and got inspired by you or something, I didn't want to break his iman. You understand, bro? Ask anyone if I've sent them that video, including Harris.
I would have put it on Facebook.
I know you haven't.
I've done that for other people.
I would have put it on Facebook.
Because I was thinking there's a lot of people that look up to this guy. That video goes like, okay, he's ruined, he's at the scene. I could put you at the scene in it, bro. You know what I mean? But I thought, you know what, there's going to be young lads out there, my own mates, you know what I mean? They sat through your 3-hour talks. You know what I mean? I didn't even tell them as well. There's a lot of people I haven't told, bro. You get me? About this video. So that's the only reason.
The question itself, what do you feel? Sir, one second.
Just 1 second before you answer. I want please knows what. एक तो मिनट के लिए कि बहुत यानी कि अच्छा लोग दिया है इन्होंने ना लीक करके.
Obviously, that's
that's between me and my Lord, brother.
I think you deserve a very big commendation.
I don't need no reward.
No, it's not reward. It's a very good thing because
I got no personal relationship with Visa.
If anybody else would have done, they would have leaked it.
People come and contact me. You understand? And I'm the type of stand-up guy, bro.
I respect that. One, the way you're talking to me, I respect that. And the other thing, I respect the way you've gone about it.
Yeah.
Because anyone else in that position could easily do the opposite. So I understand. I believe sitting here that if I had conspiracies or had ulterior motives or thoughts about you, you've clarified them as well. I'll be very honest with you. I'm being very honest and fair here, Not fair, but I've been very honest of how I'm feeling. Because you could easily go, like you said, you've got no connection with the girls, you've got no connection with me, you've got connection with your friends, but you still allowed them. You could have easily, you can turn around and do whatever. Any other person had that material, could do anything. They could blackmail. They could do whatever they want in that position.
I could have sent mans to your door and say, yo, give me 20 bags for the video. That's the position I'm in.
Right.
Really and truly.
You can, but people have done that.
I've never done that to you.
You've never.
Yeah? Bro, we ain't got a problem with you, brother. You understand? May Allah protect him. Let him, in your family, brother.
Yeah.
Let him lead your family in the moment, bro.
That's fine. That's your opinion.
That's all we want, bro.
No, that's fine. That's your opinion. That's your view. I've listened to it. I've registered, and I want to go back. I hear what you're saying. Your question is, am I worthy or fit enough?
No. Is there a need for you to come out?
The need is depending on the people. If there's people out there who are inspired by a certain style of speaking, that answer the public will need to know. They can give. The need is on their part. No, I don't have no need. Me, who am I? Like I said, I'm a nothing. So if I go off the scene, it makes no difference.
So what you're saying is,
but if there's people out there who listen and who take benefit.
Yeah, but then what you're suggesting is those people are contingent upon your style of speaking, and only you can deliver that style.
No, there's others.
Then you don't need
like
to
I said, people all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't need to step forward anytime.
So,
like Azar said, let your brother Imam Asim lead the way for your family. Okay, you've done what
it's not about a family thing.
Well, the problem with social media,
okay, can I make a little...
This Snapchat and this Instagram, this is what keeps getting you in trouble. And
so I'll get off that.
No,
listen,
last time and then went back on. But then you came back, when we said why you came back, what did you respond? You said it's come back on social media stage. Your response was, when we said why you come back, your response was, I've come back, what they're going to do. You were telling this Hafiz, whatever his name is from Warsaw, you were telling other people, I've come back on the scenes, and what?
But Chaudhry
Sahib,
did
you agree? And what?
When you already
said I'm back in talking, I didn't say and what? I didn't say what they're going to do. What can they do?
I said one thing. Let me finish. When your Tawbah was when you felt your Tawbah was accepted, right?
Yeah.
And you met with these guys. They made the conditions and they said, right, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. When you felt that this was all fulfilled, you just spontaneously came back. Did you not think that these people have said it? Let's go back to give Mashra or something like
Chaudhry
that.
Sahib clarified.
You just came back straight back.
Chaudhry Sahib brought him back.
No. Not only that. What happened was, he was supposed to stay off social media and get married.
Okay.
And stay off scene for a few years.
Okay.
But next
was that clarified?
Yeah, of course it was.
How many years?
That was in a conversation me and
Imam Asims. But Chaudhry Sahib has just clarified that he's the one who was instrumental in bringing him back on social media. Chaudhry Sahib just said that now.
Yeah. So the thing is that
so obviously that shows
this what led to our disagreement here, because
was telling people
what I wanted Asim to do is get married. I said he should get married.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Take off
the marriage bit, yeah.
Get off social media and go off scene for a few years until he studies a bit more, develops himself a bit more.
Okay.
But remember, that decision was based on not knowing certain things.
Right.
At that time, I thought it was only Snapchat, whatever they call it, and pictures and these things.
Messages.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
But I didn't know the scope of everything. The guy who made the rape allegation come to see me after that. He mentioned that to me, and then these other allegations as well, the one about the abortion and a few other ones come out after. Then the incident in September, which he talked to Akhtar about, as well as another video. There's another video as well. Someone's got that video. There's
another video apart from the one the brother's talking about.
Yeah. I haven't seen either video. I'm not going to look at them.
Okay.
But there's someone else with another video who phoned me and said, we've got another video. Yeah. So the thing is, when you see all this, then the decision we took last time was light. It wasn't the right decision because we didn't have all the facts. And now even Chaudhry Sahib, seeing some of the facts coming to light with him, he's changed his position as well. And the story of the girl leaving Islam, is that a true story?
No, it's not.
This is a false story.
I've never been with a Nigerian girl, man. I'm telling you, honestly, if you're saying, if you brought a girl forward us and said, have you been, I can tell you yes or no.
So it's her word against yours.
Which Nigerian? Which Nigerian girl? I'm telling you, which Nigerian girl that I met after a talk at 11 at night? I've heard that video. Which Nigerian? No, but there is no.
See, now you sound believable, brother. See, that's the
I
first
believe you on that,
time
bro.
in this
I
meeting
believe you.
you start believing
Yeah,
it.
but
You know
I
what?
believe that.
You're passionate about your answer.
Yeah, but okay.
He's a man who's a good, yeah?
Okay. Let me explain to you.
That's the first
No,
time
you're
I
right. Yeah, but why should I see a lie here?
No,
What have I got to gain by lying? I'm being honest. Where I'm honest, I'm being honest. Where I could sit here and lie to you, how? You've got evidence, proof. I've made mistakes. What do you want me to do?
Listen, bro.
I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake a number of times. There's learned people sat here. You do tawbah. You keep doing tawbah. You keep going back to Allah. My mistakes were in private. They've never come out into the public. There's an opportunity of them being public, but you've never made it. You've done the right thing. Allah will reward you for that. But my point is, okay, say I put a scenario. I go back, carrying on with the talks, running Al-Hikam Institute, doing other stuff. Are you telling me that you're going to put a video out and say, boycott this Imam because he's not fit enough
We don't
to
have
be
to
in
do
this
a video,
position?
brother.
Or you're going to put a statement, as has been mentioned, there's a statement that will come out to say, there's no need to go near him because of the number of serious allegations. What's true is true and I've accepted. What I've not done, I've not done. What is allegation and the grey area, I'm saying bring it forward.
Okay, let's
the allegation of a rape, I still go back to my brother. That's a serious allegation that's been made against me. I am telling you now.
Listen, can I just add my point as well? You know what the brother mentioned, yeah, about, you know, do you think you're fit for Imam? Imagine he's not leaked the video, yeah, but you know there's other people who've got that video in it. You do know
The
that,
same
innit?
video.
Well,
Not from me.
I've only heard about that video
That
today,
girl
yeah.
could have sent
Let me
10
finish.
other people too.
You know what? That girl that spoke to
You
us
understand?
doesn't
I-
fit.
you know
that.
You know when she sent me, I actually asked her not to send anyone.
Okay, but she probably
You
hasn't
understand?
it. Yeah.
She probably has.
So imagine your video gets leaked. Let's just say gets leaked a year down the line. That video of yours that you've basically, you know, that video, yeah, or these allegations which the girl doesn't want to give a statement. Imagine she gives a statement tomorrow. Then what? So You're
saying that if it's not come out from this room,
Yeah.
and it's come from
It's
an
possible,
external
isn't it?
source, it's possible.
Isn't it?
So that's hanging on my head.
Yeah. So
And going back to Kamran's point, that if that's hanging on my head, that's hanging on my
Yeah.
head. Al Sunnah doesn't rely on me, which
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
We've established that. Then in any case, with that hanging on my head, whether I'm out on the scene or not, it could still be leaked.
yeah, but what he said
Will it
is
not
if
do
you're
the
not
damage,
presenting
whether
yourself
it's
as an
there or
imam,
not?
No.
it won't
It's
be
not
damaged.
damaging.
She'll tell you
No.
why. She'll tell you
So
why.
you're telling, okay, so you're saying
You know when
if
people
I
go
go
off
off
the
the
scene,
scene,
they
if I
fade
go off the
away.
scene, if I go off the scene, I take my beard off as Shaykh Asrar said, tell him to shave his beard off and become a dunyadar. No problem. I go off the scene. That video still comes out. Will it cause damage, yes or no?
Not as much as we do now.
You're saying that Imam Asim is so
Not as
ashamed
much.
of what he did that he went off the scenes. That's what people
I
are
stand
saying.
before Allah, not before you.
Because you're also
No,
saying.
I mean,
One second.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The reality is, I'm in a court here with you. You are all the judges.
We're not
and you're-
judges.
We're not judging.
We're not judging.
We're not here
Brother,
for judges.
we're here to
Brothers,
safeguard
can I
other people's
brothers, can I
votes.
just hang on one second?
The judgment has been passed by you lot for a private mistake. Many of them have come to your attention, and the ruling that you've passed, that Tazazah said it, Khizr has said it, Kamran has alluded to it, Shaykh Asrar believes it, Harris knows. This is and Saqib Shami Sahib is listening attentively. Chaudhry has not really mentioned much. There's other people
No
who
one can say that this is what you should do.
So this
is right. No one can make you do anything.
At the end, it's your choice.
You know, that's what this
Okay.
is. Look,
But what's the
in their
consequence?
opinion,
Right, can I just say something now? Just 1 minute.
There'll be a consequence of my action.
Just
If
one
I
minute.
leave, I go quietly, everything's back to normal. He's off the scene.
Right, okay.
If I stay on the scene, what happens?
She'll tell you what happens, bro. She'll tell you what happens, bro.
Just be selfless if they want it.
So this parent for Billy names.
Just, about the
You know,
conclusion.
you continue, bro.
I'm not playing games, brother.
No, but no,
that's what you said. I'm not playing games.
No,
I'm
no,
asking
no.
what you
No,
do.
I didn't say
yeah?
that. I didn't say that.
You know, you continue, bro, yeah? Other people are gonna issue more, bro, believe me, yeah, you know, in your area, cause, yeah, I've stopped a lot of people, bro. You know, when they've heard about this stuff, cause a lot of people know me, and a lot of people know me in your area as well, and I've stopped a lot of people, bro. You understand? It's about stopping other people, bro, not us.
Well, your mistakes won't us.
Bro,
Every other week we get.
why did I get
Why
voted
do we
into
get
this?
harassed?
Because someone was tagging me into that Rahman Shaheen post. Do you understand? Simple, isn't it? As a man, instead of, you know what, let's hold a meeting in front of 20 odd people, yeah?
I'm in the meeting, yeah. With
This guy, you attended though,
Imam
innit?
Asim, and
You should have just said, you know what, I'm ashamed,
so
and
I
I'll go
just,
quietly.
I'll put you on loudspeaker to let us know what conversation occurred with you and Asim on around December time when you rang Imam Chaudhry's house. What?
Shaykh, I don't think your phone's going to be loud enough, you know. Shall I ring up this? Your phone is...
there's quite a few people. There's Imam Asim, there's Habib Jami, Kamran.
Shaykh, do you want him to ring him on the phone?
Haris is going to ring you
got
off
my
his
phone.
phone. Haris is going to ring you off his phone.
And everyone here.
Yeah.
Let me cut
You
him
give
off.
to Shaykh.
Give him the point in the middle.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
When Salam Rahmatullah. You know the conversation that occurred between you and Imam Asim on, in December time, can you just mention the context of that conversation?
Okay. So what happened was, I received a phone call around December time, early December, from, it was a private number and it was a sister. Now, in that conversation, she mentioned Imam Asim's name and that things had gone on between them. So it was a conversation maybe 15 or 20 minutes with her. It was quite late at night when apparently we were whatever else. Quite disturbing, so I texted Imam Chaudhry and I said I need to speak to you. I rang him. He said no, you need to ring Imam Asim directly, which I then arranged to do that with Imam Asim. And I told him about this phone call that I'd had. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay. Imam Asim said to me at the time that this, about when this is from and who she is and where she's from and everything else. And I said to him, it was a private number, I don't know who she is, and I won't really divulge what kind of accent she had either. He did say that there have been things that have happened in the past that he regrets. He's not going to try to justify those things. He also said that there are people who are trying to entrap him, and I said, I don't agree with entrapment. If somebody tries to entrap somebody else, that's not, that's below the belt. But there's no force there. Even if somebody is trying to set you up, they've not forced you to do what you did. And he said, yes, I'm not justifying any of my actions. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just mentioning this as a side point. So I said to him, look, I said, the position you're in, this isn't the way to be going about things. And at that time, so I can't remember what, as far as I know now, from the messages that Imam Chaudhry sent me, it was from early December. So that's the time when Imam Asim made a promise to me that I'm never going to hear anything like this again.
And with regard to that, did you mention anything about 4 months to me?
4 months?
Yeah, that you said if there is anything, it was 4 months ago.
I think something about 4 months was mentioned because if I remember, the sister might have mentioned that to me.
She said to you that it was 4 months ago.
As far as I remember, she might have alluded to that time period. So maybe that's what I mentioned to Mama Sin, that she's saying it's something quite recent.
Might is a doubt, can be definite.
Yeah. Are you sure about that or you're unsure?
No, I can't say that that's definite that she said 4 months. But that's what, obviously the conversation a few months ago now, whether she said 4 months.
Because I do remember you mentioning that to me, but you're unsure now.
You mentioned.
Yeah, I can't say for sure that she said that, it was 4 months ago, but from what I remember, it was something
about my father passing away and some messages in that. With that, yeah.
Between me and who? Him, Imam Asim?
Yeah.
No, with Imam Asim that wasn't meant. See, with Imam Asim it was him saying that it's not something recent. He definitely did say that it's not something. If it is something, it's not something that recent.
Anything else you want to add?
No, that was the conversation.
Do you want to say anything to
him?
No.
Anyone want to say anything to him?
Yeah, just one second.
Go on.
Didn't you say that Brother Akhtas told you that it was something recent? Joysa, didn't you say that to me?
मैं आखिर भी उन्होंने एक गल की थी कि अख्तर साहब ने ये कहा था जो उन्होंने बताया ना कि वो कॉल जब उस वक्त इमाम साहब ने कहा कि मैं प्रॉमिस अपना करूँ ऐसा कुछ नहीं करूँगा, लेकिन ये मकसद है ये 2 साल के दौरान की बात 5-6 माह पिछले अरसे में जिस तरह वो 4 माह की उन्होंने उस लड़की ने बात की, वो मैंने कहा था कि ये
एक असरार 4 महीने का कह रहे हैं, 4 महीने का लफ्ज़ आपने भी इस्तेमाल किया था और दोनों ने हवाला अक़दस का दिया है, आपने भी अक़दस का दिया है, इन्होंने भी अक़दस का दिया है। अब अक़दस कह रहा है कि उसे याद नहीं,
वो याद नहीं कर रहे, मुझे याद है ना, इन्होंने कहा मुझे कि उन्होंने इतराफ़ किया कि 4 महीनों से पहले अगर कोई खबर हो तो वो फिर
Imam Asim would have said to me, it is not, because I think this is not something that I can say for 100%, but it's something that she would have said, as far as I remember, that
it's
quite
dismissed.
recent.
Yeah.
And then Imam Asim said to me, no, it can't be that recent.
Yeah, mentioned the 4 months.
Yeah.
Joysa mentioned the 4 months as well.
He did well.
Yesterday, earlier on the phone, you mentioned that Akhtar said.
He said September.
So Joysa mentioned this to me earlier on the phone that Akhtar said that something happened within 4 months.
शायद 4 महीने पहले उस 4th of December.
Like I said, it's been a few months now, and that's something that's still ringing in my head, that she would have said that it's something within a few months ago.
So in the grand scheme of things, this is much less than some of the other allegations that we're facing. That's what it is, isn't it?
But
yeah.
Okay, so we read one of the Akhtar Saab's the side of the things. What I did say to him in that conversation, I said there's it could be an allegation that someone's putting on me based on the current scenario of things, with things flying about. It could be somebody throwing another allegation without any proof and evidence. I said you have to keep that in mind. There's just a reputation out there of me being a womanizer or whatever that has been created or is there. So this could be another, so keep that in mind. I did mention that. I
will add to that, just 1 second.
Yeah.
I want to add something which is very important here. P. Saab has been in the field a long time, mashallah. Shaykh Asrar, I honestly don't really know him personally. I've only met him at Imam Ijaz's centre. In the religious field, I will say this, and I said this to Joy Saab last night, that I've been in this field for 41 years. I'm 48 nearly. I've been in the religious field for 40 years. I spent my life in this field. And wallahi al-azim, I have seen many ulama, many shuyukh, many peers with allegations. When you're in this field, when you're getting somewhere, when you may not even make it, you may be even on the lower level, you will face many allegations. Peer Saab is here, Shaykh Saab is here. This is throughout the UK, from Scotland to Southampton. You can look. Everybody, everywhere, somewhere, some way, shape or form will be accused of something. Can I just finish, please? Just please allow me to finish, yeah? There are very big peers in this country who have faced major allegations. They're still out there. I, myself, everybody knows who's in the field, I've faced allegations. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it true. Chaudhry Saab is sitting here in front of me. He spent near enough same time as me. He'll tell you, here, Pakistan,
so you would have been born and been in it just for the clarification.
Bro, let me just clarify something for you. The sister, she said it was between 4 months to September.
He was in the field.
He was saying 4 months ago, it was from this last June to September.
So we're talking to the girl now. She sent us a message on 31st of August where he said to her, who have you been talking to me about? She goes,
And
LOL.
she doesn't want to ring in front of him because she's scared of him.
She does screenshot.
Simple as.
Yeah, Imam
But-
Asim H.
I've got screenshots of people.
What am I going to do to them? What am I going to do to her?
Bro, I'm not saying that you.
I've never ever threatened
No,
her.
being absolutely
This girl contact you.
She's messaging right now.
I'm completely unaware of what he's saying. So I can't
You
hear.
then said go check in.
Nah, bro.
How are
She
they
messaged the
finding?
page.
We're all running the page together.
She messaged the page.
How are they finding you? It's just everybody
Brother.
seems to come.
Brother, can I tell you why? Because we put a status about him on the page without mentioning his name. And
Do you guys
we had so
honestly
many.
believe? Can I ask you a question? Do you genuinely, honestly believe? Yeah. Well, I'm just asking a straight question. Do you genuinely, honestly believe there are many girls out there, right? And when somebody is eligible in the field, when somebody's made it, when somebody's a star, do you not genuinely feel that many girls will want to be with that guy?
No bigger star
I'm just
than
asking.
P-Star.
No, I know. But P-Star has a different approach.
No,
Yeah,
there's
P-Star
no
has a
bigger star in the room than P-Star.
No, I know. But I'm just asking you, genuinely, do you not
Bro,
think people
You
want
base
to
your
be with
decision
him?
upon the
That's
character of the
standard,
person.
but
Yeah.
that's not the point.
Can I ask a question, Aris?
No one says this is about him.
There was a video of someone in a casino.
Yeah.
Why, how come, where's
Shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why?
I'm just asking a
Let me tell you a
question.
reason
Answer
why.
some more about that
Shall I tell
video.
you why? That doesn't affect no one's sisters, bro. You understand? You go casino because I'll give you £100 because go spend it, then bang next man's sisters. Simple as.
Two different
It's a
things.
true.
You know on this
The
phone,
nature of it is two different things.
There's victims to this, bro.
I see that. Allegation.
No, forget the rape allegation, but I'm talking there's victims as in, bro, use your status, bro, yeah? Obviously girls are going to come and want you're eligible bachelor. If you were, then they want to come to you, simple as. But obviously you got a problem in it, bro. And instead of just embarrassing yourself here, bro, just say to him, look, I'm going to resign. My brother, he does good works, alhamdulillah, yeah? You know what? If I got any knowledge, I'll share it with him so he can.
Can I bring Shaykh
Bro,
Asrar?
it is one minute, yeah?
And then something will happen. Have some brother. 1st of September, you awake. Why did you ring? Just
Show the ulama that show that the Pir Sahib and them
Even
not
if
in
he
it.
marries, listen. Even if he marries now, it's been 2 years when we gave him the
This
death.
is
In 2 listen.
Yeah.
In 2 years, I could have 3 more wives. That's how easy it is. Do you understand? You can have 4 wives in 2
Yeah, of
years.
course, yeah.
As you know, as scholars and whatnot, you can get wives. There's no problem.
Yeah.
People give it rishte. You
Yeah,
can
of
have
course,
4 wives in
yeah,
2 years.
yeah.
He couldn't even get one.
Well, that's the thing I want you to now bring up.
I'm not.
Yeah,
For me now,
because you that was an agreement that you had with him.
he didn't stick to any of the agreements. There was marriage. There was staying off social media. And they were staying off scene for at least a few
He goes, don't
years
mention
to
the
develop
name.
himself.
Was there a
He goes, don't mention the name.
He was at least, it wasn't even what, look, if he had done it for 2 years, it would have been sufficient. Meaning,
How long was
study
it?
of
How many
it,
years?
not even,
Yes.
not even,
So
साल भी नहीं किया ना.
obviously, you know, with the consensus.
I'm not going to say I'm
No
not
consensus. No
My-
consensus. अच्छा तुसी अपने अपने जान ले लेना.
look, this girl was refusing to ring because she thinks he's here. He's not here.
Right. Okay.
Listen, I'm concluding the meeting.
No, this girl's gonna ring.
The girl's gonna ring.
There's no need to ring, I'm admitting.
Can we not? Can we not?
I said I spoke to her.
She
Why do you need to ring?
She goes,
I keep up on that. I speak to
Keep up
the
with them, man. He's about to keep up with them. Shut off the phone.
Shaykh Asrar. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
No, but
man enough to accept.
You said to me,
You've accused me of allegation. I'm telling
Can you
you.
just think?
listen,
Look,
within this city,
when you're saying the girl's name's Nafisa,
Listen.
I spoke to the girl. Yes, I admit that. Look, if I've got to lie,
but you just lied in this.
You just said it was
I'm
a
not
phone.
lying. I'm telling you now.
I asked
You
you
didn't give
for-
me a name. You didn't mention anything. You got evidence forward. How can I dispute the evidence? It's
Listen.
come from my account. I sent that message. Khalas.
What did you send?
What's written there? Why are
What's
you
written
asking
on
for
there? Read it. I
anything
don't
else?
know.
she's got more than this, bro.
That's fine.
Read it all out. I want to know. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen this. I want to know.
So firstly, who have you been talking to me about? See,
You don't give your commentary. Just read what.
That's what it says.
Who have you been talking to
Can
me
you
about?
show him?
Yeah.
Who have you been talking about? She replies, what?
Delete
No reply
messages.
from Asim. A message again from her, question mark, why? Then she goes, why did you ring? Okay, then from her, she's ringing now. On private number.
Don't answer.
There's no need
We
to
don't
answer
need to
because I'm
answer.
telling
We don't need to
I'm
answer. He's admitting it. So
But what Shaykh's saying, you never said it's 4 months ago.
Eh?
You were saying it's not 4 months ago.
I didn't say it's not 4 months ago.
You tell me now, it's
I said
longer than
present it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Don't speak. Bro,
Right.
sit there, yeah.
Okay,
Bro,
that's
don't
fine
put on
then.
speaker.
Don't put on speaker.
Don't put on speaker. Assalamu alaikum.
Just let Shaykh talk.
I'm going to give Shaykh Asrar the phone here.
Oh,
You
please
can
stop
speak to
it,
him.
Shami.
Pause.
Sister, can you tell me what occurred and when? I'd send what? Okay. Yeah. Inappropriate pictures of himself. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Sister, in future, please do not talk to strange men online, and even if they're imams or sheikhs or anyone, be careful in future. And jazakallah for what you've informed us of. All right.
Is that cut off?
Yeah, I've cut it off. Listen, you sent her inappropriate pictures in June and July.
She sent them as well.
Okay, listen, man.
I'm not saying.
Yes, okay, please, bro.
I'm not justifying.
Yeah, taram tarimat mariya ka. What's wrong with this guy, right?
This is recent.
So
You said bullshit and the way
you have bullshitted though here in this guy. I asked you, have you done anything since? You go, no.
You brought evidence forward and I've answered it.
So only have evidence.
Why would I open up everything?
You can't leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm saying that there's no need for to extend this meeting. Do you want me to open more for they start contacting different women? Leave it as it is. There's other women, bro. Even the abortion one, I didn't make that up. It's a woman claiming from here, from Birmingham, that you slept with her, you got her pregnant, you made her do an abortion, and you slept with her the day before you done a talk. Is that true or not? And you're gonna say no. You want me to bring her out now? Come on, Yara. There's a limit. This is sufficient. How much Bagarti is there? Listen. Okay. Listen 1 minute. After 2 years, we had a meeting 2 years ago. I was very relaxed with the guy. The most I said to him is, at that time he was blaming me for Ihtizaz and Harris, which we're not linked in that way. And I go, the worst I said to him was, you couldn't keep your trousers down and you're blaming me. Yeah, that was the worst I said. But now, it's been 2 years, this is just one thing that's come out. One. And I said to him, you've been sending naked pictures to her, she's been sending them to me. Is that what kind of response you get? Is that a responsible person? And then additional to that, there's someone else who's got a video of him from last year. They've got a video of him.
That video?
No, another one.
That video, no one's got.
So what I'm saying is, what does he want us to start investigating every woman? That there's people wanting to give me a dossier on Sunday. Okay. They want to give me a dossier with the actual details of the women, and some of these people are claiming criminal assault and whatnot. What you want us to deal with that? I'm saying the easy option is
he willing to? Is he today? I mean, I don't know.
That's the question in a
I'm going to ask him in front of Saqib, Shami and Shaykh Asrar and everybody here. Is he willing to give an undertaking, an oath? Is he willing to give an oath that from this day forward, from this moment forward, there
that's
will be
happened.
nothing? I know.
Listen, you come new on the scene, brother. That's
I know.
happened bare times.
But no, he's saying from this day forward.
Listen,
we can't keep
your next meeting.
No,
next meeting, I'm gonna call my cousin to, you know what, say, yo.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking for the sake of the meeting.
We know what the
whole thing gonna make any difference. I'm saying in 2 years, he's had ample chance. You know, any sane person would have taken that chance, taken off his social media for a year or two. You didn't do it for a year. You couldn't even last a few months. And then on top of that, he didn't get married, and then he didn't even go. The thing is, within that period of 2 years, sending naked pictures of himself. You know, even street guys don't do that. You can ask him. I don't know anyone who does weird things like that. Sending naked pictures of yourself.
Can I mention another point? You know, like you're saying, I've seen the evidence, so I accept it. Now imagine on Facebook, yeah, because when we've mentioned posts in the past, we've not mentioned his name, but then people have started inboxing our page, yeah, saying it's him basically, yeah. Now imagine they send more evidence through them.
What page is this?
I'm not going to mention the page name.
There's
a lot of pages.
Page, huh?
Yeah, it's like
a religious page.
Yes, a religious page. So we put a status of it by him. With that, it just said a Imam, and then there's been women.
Popular page.
Yes, and there's been women contacting. But a lot of them are quite scared to come forward. But let's just say now, like he's just in evidence. He said, yeah, I accept it. It was in September or July, whatever. Now, but we've never mentioned his name. So if he was to mention his name, because a lot of people inbox saying, who are you talking about? But the ones that do know, but imagine we put his name up and say, blah, blah, blah. How much women do you think are going to start inboxing us? And with proofs and that, which...
You know what it is?
You get what I'm saying?
The matter is, yeah, after their last meeting...
Alright, Beef Sab wants me to conclude the meeting.
1 second, before you conclude, one thing. Look, this sister's now, obviously he said her name. Now, same thing was happening with Ramona, she'd be getting threats, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
So,
there's been women whose pictures,
I'm asking
their houses have been taken.
Look, listen,
pictures of their houses.
This sister, nothing should happen to this sister.
You've not done that.
If anything happens to this sister, then obviously you're going to have a big problem, bro.
Anything happens to any woman,
all I'm saying is, look, no bullying tactics, bro, no oppression.
No, we'll get an undertaking.
No, we'll get an undertaking. Whatever these are is different. No bullying people, man. You know these are, when you do stupid stuff,
I've gone and abused or physically done so much to a woman. I'm not going to do that. Why do I need to take a note? I'm not going to go.
It's our fault that somebody has gone over.
He's made a lot of mistakes.
Brothers, can we just...
He's made a lot of mistakes. Me and brother there, I've sat him down on a number of occasions. Obviously, if he's been talking to girls and we've clamped down on it.
Is your name Pervez?
Pervez, yeah. Now, I'll just tell you about, we originally helped him set up the Idara, so that's our involvement. Obviously, we're part of the committee, so we need to know what's going on with him. Because obviously, we've got 500 kids to look after, so we need to know. That's my reason for being here. That's my reason for being here, just to know exactly what's been going on, because some of the stuff, obviously, we didn't know. Now, some of them are serious allegations. Now, he has made mistakes, and we've clamped down on it, and we've sat down and given him ultimatums. And obviously, we didn't know about this 4 or 5 months ago. We've said, listen, anything more, and you're out. You're out. You know, we've told him, categorically, yeah, Josie? We sat down and told him. Now, yes, he has made mistakes. On the positive side, in our community, he has done a lot of good work as well. Good work in that he's been working tirelessly with the councils, the fireworks, with the police, with the kids where the accidents have happened. Yes, so he has done a lot of good work. But I can see there's a lot of negativity with him as well. Now, obviously these brothers want him out completely. What we'd like to say or preach is that if we can somehow get together and get this negativity out of him, yes, he has done it before, you're right. And we don't know if he's going to do it again. He may be not. You know, there comes a time when you learn your lesson and you think, do you know what it is? I've done wrong, everybody's clamped down on me, and now they're going to put me out. And maybe he may change it. Look, please. He may change his ways, he may not. But all I'm saying is, look, he's done, he has made a difference.
No one's denying that.
No, he has made a
we
difference.
Admit that as well. We used to go to his talks. There's about 4 of us in this room.
He's made a difference to a lot of people around our community, to the point where the councillors and the police come and say, look, please come and do a talk, because you made a difference here. You know, to kids speeding, to this, that's his positive side, which obviously there's a lot of negativity, which we know a lot of people in Bradford. And do you think it's good for me as a businessman there for 30 years, for them to come to me and say, look, do you know what it is? The guy you're helping is doing this. I don't want that. But do you know what it is? The couple of times people have come to me, look, we know everybody there. People have come to me and say, look, do you know what, he's talking to girls, and I've said to my mom, look, you need to stop this. Okay, you're a young lad, you've had to stop this. Right? And he has done. But back to my point, you know, is we've not had what you seem to be getting. You know, it seems to be a lot channeled. So sometimes, you know, it is we're looking for stuff, aren't we? And when we're looking for stuff, and it comes.
Bro, we're running that way, bro.
Yeah, no,
we don't want this, bro.
My only thing is, look, he has done a lot of good work. So if my pleading is that if we can find a solution to this, and I know he can continue to do good work.
We found that solution thrice before, 3 times now. So it's already happened.
Peace up, can I just adding to what, sorry, I don't know your name. Pervez. Brother Pervez has said, I'm looking at the bigger picture, the greater picture, and as obviously Peace up knows, and many of you will know, saving one life is equivalent to saving the whole of humanity. And it's what the brother is saying about road safety. There's been about 10 or 15 brothers in Bradford who've been killed in road crashes, as far as I remember, in the last 2-3 years. And if that's what the brother Pervez is saying, that the police are calling him in, giving talks, and you know, he's changing lives or he's helping somebody, I would like to look at the track record of what good he's done. And everybody makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. You know, we've all made mistakes. You know, nobody is masum anil khata in this room or in this world. Everybody has a potential. Allah says in the Quran that we are prone to make mistakes. Khata, you know, nisyan. And nisyan, insan, is made of 2 words. You know, we are prone to make mistakes. If he's made a mistake, and today, first time, I know you saying that I've come in for the first time, I've not been in this meeting before, but to me, I feel that, you know, having spoken to, and I'll share it with everybody here. I spoke with Sayyid Irfan Shah Sahib today, this morning, in detail. I didn't mention to them about the meeting. I didn't mention to them about Imam Asim. I just generally had a general chat with Shah Sahib. He's an authority. And I asked him, I said, if any Imam anywhere in the world has made a mistake, what is the ruling? I spoke to P. Saqib Shami Sahib 2-3 days ago. And P. Saqib Shami Sahib said to me, Al Hazrat has given a fatwa that if an alim makes a mistake, we should hide it.
But he's not a scholar, by the way.
That's the condition.
It's not a scholar. No, that's not consistent with what Irfan Shah said. When it came with Hafizuddin, and when he was sending videos of masturbating to people in Law's mosque, Irfan Shah Sahib went to Pir Siddiqui and removed him as Khalifa and got rid of the guy.
Yeah.
This is from Irfan Shah himself. So how are you saying Irfan Shah endorsed him?
He didn't endorse him. He didn't endorse anybody.
Any imam on that ruling, Irfan Shah's ruling on Hafizuddin, when we presented the case, Nabil Afzal presented the case with Hafizuddin when he was sending just voice notes on WhatsApp, no concrete proof, anything like that. It was him. Audio can be tampered. Is it accepted in Shari perspective? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Just on voice recording, when Nabil Afzal went to Irfan Shah and said, Hafizuddin's done this, Irfan Shah championed it to go to Pir Siddiqui and have the guy stripped of Khilafat, banned from Noor TV and kicked out the mosque. So if you're going to use Irfan Shah as an example, it doesn't make sense.
But that was not the only allegation.
No, Hafizuddin, that was the only allegation. I was involved in this.
So Sahib, you know, I know you're
so
it's
very
diplomatic.
Yeah.
You know,
no. Basically, I genuinely believe. I'm not taking any sides.
I know you're not.
You know, I don't. And he's sitting here, and he will vouch. Even Imam Adil, he will vouch.
If I can get,
I've said to Chaudhry Sahib, I've only met these guys 3 times or 4 times. I count on one hand in my life. I don't even know them that well.
Look, if I can get a word in
that's a different scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. Allah is different. That's abusing his authority, his position. That's a different thing. Allah is not regarding this scenario. What do you want to say? Quickly, so I can conclude.
I was going to say before you conclude is, look, everybody makes mistakes, like you said. No one's ma'asum here. Everyone makes mistakes. He's made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. The problem is, these mistakes are now not confined to you. Okay, now that's problematic. These things are coming out. You refuse to admit stuff when they asked you until we made the phone call. Okay, when the woman said that, you then confirmed it. So you're not willing to say anything unless somebody else brings it to the table, and then you can say yes or no. Now that's very problematic. Even problematic for these 2 sitting here, Peace and Shaykh Asrar. And I'll tell you why, and even your brother, because if today we go from this meeting and allow you to continue with your Hikam Institute, I know that fantastic work is doing, and so many youth have been inspired and listened to your talks, and even elders have been listening to your talks. I myself listened to a few of your talks, especially on the mothers. Now, the issue is this: if you go and continue where you left off, and tomorrow, a year down the line, 2 years down the line, something else comes out and it doesn't go through these guys, and they leak that information, then a whole host of stuff come out. Now that's problematic, especially for these two, and these two will be implicated. So not only do you lose credibility, these two lose credibility. Now that's a massive problem. Okay, Pir Sahib has got a massive following worldwide, globally. So has Shaykh Asrar. Your brother's got a good following in the UK and abroad. It puts everything in jeopardy. Ahlul Sunnah as a whole puts everything in jeopardy. Now you've got to consider that. What are you going to do from here? Do you need to go on? Stuff's going to come out. Look, if you resign now, okay, then stuff comes out. You can say, well, I knew what I did was wrong and I resigned. And then these guys can say, well, we stepped in and told him to leave. So these guys don't lose their credibility and work goes on. You understand? You make mistakes. You know, you're not Masoom, you're a young guy.